this meeting for November 18th, 2024 of the Cable TV Oversight Committee to order. We are on Zoom in case there's anybody out there. We should see, I don't know, should we see? Well, all right.
Probably wouldn't.
Well,
Let me call Bill. Put it right on it.
right now I'm not, maybe that's the only channel that's tuned into Zoom.
Just in GCTV, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If anybody,
That's just because you don't have anybody else.
Oh, okay.
okay,
So,
so
as soon as
that's
you
you.
get somebody else.
Yeah, 'cause I don't
Or
see
that's,
anybody.
that's this.
Yep.
Okay, just wanted to be sure.
Oh,
So
Andy-
we can
Andy's here.
proceed.
Andy Jefferson, I'm gonna admit him, one of the select board members.
Yes, it's not on the agenda, but that could be part of
There
the
we go.
There he
public
is.
input.
Who is it?
That's Andy Jefferson.
Oh,
one of
Andy,
the select
hi.
board.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
He's on mute, so. He's
Yeah.
on the. yeah,
There he is.
Oh, look at all his
There he is.
friends.
Hey,
Yeah.
Can you
Go.
see us?
Can you see us?
I can see you.
There you go.
Well, okay, I just called it to order. We don't need to do a roll call because all the members are here. We only have 4 members now.
So we received an official,
The select board acted on the resignation at the last meeting.
okay.
That was after I sent the thing that had his address in it that we had our.
It was unofficial in the previous meeting, that's all.
Okay, first thing is public input. If anyone has something they wanna talk to us about that's within our purview, this is the time to do it. And I include both people out, members and non-members, cause sometimes it works out. Okay, it doesn't seem to be any public input. Moving on, discuss ideas on ways to promote our cable programming throughout the community. Anything new for anybody?
Well, Colleen and I discussed it,
Yeah.
we talked about that project that we had mentioned. And I agree with her, it's gonna be on a case by case. It isn't one take all, if you will, so.
Could you elaborate on what?
Yeah,
Well,
remind
like-
us,
I don't know, you wanna
Yeah, that's fine.
explain?
I think it's gonna be a content-driven decision on how we promote things. Not every content will be promoted the same, so rather than decide how to promote everything, figure out what you wanna promote and go from there.
You're talking about the content on the channel, not so much on how the word gets out about that content on the channel. How,
So not all content will be promoted the same way, is what I'm saying.
okay,
so we need a content czar.
Well, okay, and that's fine. So, I think if you want examples to promote the studio, things that we are already doing are like National Night Out or Grafton celebrates the holidays when everybody comes in and takes pictures. That's twice a year that we know. Maybe we can come up with 2 more other times, like April vacation. Let's partner with the police department and have kids come in and take pictures with their Molly Bish cards. Gets a lot more families in here at a different time of the year, and we can start getting ideas of what content they would like to see.
yes, the content, that's for the channel, but how do we tell people about that content?
By
That's the-
having them invited in for an event. That's one way to
Oh,
promote it.
So your solution is to invite the people by telling the people how? How do you invite the people?
How do you invite them for Grafton Celebrates the Holidays?
Right, that's my question.
Well, you've been doing it for years. How have you been doing that?
Oh,
There's been, stuff put out on Facebook
Correct.
and that,
Yeah.
Correct.
the
So
usual
those are the-
suspects.
So those are the things I'm thinking about, that is the idea for promotion, Facebook, putting something posted here, something posted there. Those are the things I'm thinking about, is the choice of discussion of ways of promoting what is content. And that's why I was trying to separate the ideas of what things could we put on the channel that'd be good that people wanna watch, as opposed to telling people what that content is that we'd like them to watch. And that's what I'm saying, and I think that, it used to be a lot easier when there was no internet, you just had newspaper. But of course, that's dating myself.
It was easier when what?
It was easier when we didn't have any internet, and you just had the
Oh.
newspapers, and you could just,
Yeah, we had something called the Grafton News.
yes,
And it was actually very helpful.
it was.
I used to run a little thing up there every week with what the shows were. You know, we had like 2 or 3 shows coming each week for one playback.
There used to be 2 newspapers. There was the Telegram and the Gazette. One was the morning paper, one was the evening paper.
Yeah,
And then they put them into one, so the Telegram Gazette
Well, we could-
became one
We
paper.
could still use that avenue, that's one avenue that we could use.
I know, but I'm just simply saying that,
which? The T&G? I don't know how you, I know people who spend a lot of energy knowing how to get something in the T&G. Small Stones Festival, she does this a lot, and
Yep,
not
yeah,
she knows the editors and manages to get something ever so often. But that's somebody knowing a lot about what they're doing.
So what is it we're trying to promote currently?
I don't know.
So it's
'Cause-
difficult to
'cause-
think
'cause
of
we
think of
haven't
ways
been
of how to
doing it.
promote something if we don't know what we're promoting, right?
Well, the staff has been doing it. There's stuff that,
I think we.
they put stuff up on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I think that, that they could, we can say to them, what would you like to promote that they're working on here in the studio? What things that they would like to have promoted, and we would find the avenues of being able to get the word out for the promotion for those things that they're
So
going to
maybe
do.
we should start there, ask what they would like help promoting.
Sure, I would think so,
That
yeah.
might be a good idea.
Because they're the
Or
creators of it,
promotion.
for the
Right,
most
because
part.
we've had this conversation now, like, this is at least the 3rd meeting this conversation has happened, and it seems like a difficult one that we can't really land an answer on, because it's chicken and egg here, right? There's other ways to promote things, like the select board, that's a pretty well-attended, highly viewed meeting, they have announcements before each meeting.
I thought
If
of
it was
that a few
something
minutes
that we
ago.
can put an announcement in there.
Yes,
The
but-
senior center has a newsletter, it's a
Correct.
physical,
I've
copy
never
that.
seen it.
Well, they have it, I've seen it, it's there, so we could promote certain content in there, do they wanna watch bus stop weather? Maybe, I don't know, but other content that they might be interested in, but I really think it's finding the content first, and then finding the right avenue to promote it.
Yeah, well, I like the idea of, talk with Bob.
Mhm.
And-
Yeah.
And Bill.
Okay,
You wanna have that be,
I sure can do that, no
because
problem.
you are on top of this.
I mean, I'm all for putting our own ads for our own, programming on any of the channels, but I was hoping we could be outside of
You're-
our own broadcast to promote what we have for our broadcasts. That's
You're
what I'm
talking about our cable channels.
Yes, exactly, the content. I mean, you could put advertising all through the selectmen meeting.
I-
Put a break in, put a
well,
commercial, and then continue on
Work-
another break.
Work that one out with Bob
But
and Bill.
I'm not saying that we do that necessarily, but I'm saying is that, there could be a certain amount of advertising, not necessarily that way, but advertising on the channel to promote certain things. But
But
I'm trying to get people to go to the channel in the first place, and that's the thing that I think is the more important part.
You had suggested doing some podcasts too, as well, right?
Yep, the Municipals is a podcast that
So-
Evan and William have started. They've gotten 2 episodes, and I think, hopefully that kind of takes off in promoting that. That
That's
would
good.
be,
Tell me more about that.
Who's William?
Is it,
the assistant town administrator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
did you say podcast?
Yes,
And where does it,
Spotify.
I don't know anything about Spotify.
Okay.
Neither do I.
I know enough to get by in Facebook, and I look at stuff on X, but it's hopeless. I have not, I did newspaper and stuff before.
But I think we've identified several ways of promoting
Yeah.
things. through
And-
select board announcements, through the newspaper, through social media, through outreach by having events here. I don't think we really need to identify more ways of promoting.
No,
I think
that's-
we've nailed that. What we need is what to promote. We don't, beyond meetings and, the things that are already there, I think we're talking about, we wanna expand our programming, do we not? So now we need to find programming.
Yeah.
Another idea.
We can start working off the list that we had
Well,
compiled, right?
ev-
So,
Every time that there is a recording of the high school play,
Yep.
Oh,
There
the
are so
problems
many
with
people.
that.
what?
Did you ever look at the license for the script, for the use of the script?
No, but I'm not worried about that end of things. That's their problem if they're recording it.
No, they can record it, but they can't play it to the public.
Like we don't have the rights to Grease or the music
You,
or things
you
like
have,
that.
you
That's what
have,
he's
you know,
saying.
like you get the rights to perform it Thursday and Friday of such and such a week, or, whatever.
Friday, Saturday,
I,
Sunday.
I've been in theater since
Okay.
college, and that's come up many times. You can't just play it, and I don't know what else they do, and I won't ask.
Okay.
But
It's-
you wanna
Yeah, I'm gonna
sort
reach
so,
out-
so you're gonna lead this, at least at this point.
Yeah, so I'll
You
reach out.
need a title, publicity czar, or?
Nope, I don't need a,
Or public communication,
Grafton Cable Oversight Treasurer, that's the
Oh,
title.
that's a sufficient,
I can go from there with
yeah.
that, so.
But see,
yeah.
when you leave, we'll have an opening, and we won't have a title that we know we have to fill.
Where am I going?
Hmm?
Where am
I don't
going?
know, sooner or later.
I don't know about that.
Of course, they used to say that about me too. I started in '84 here.
There you go. I started in '83. That's when I was born. Anyway, moving on.
What was that?
She was born in 1983.
when I
You were a
started.
whole year old when I came into this
That's
thing.
right, that's right.
Have you always lived in Grafton?
No, nope.
Oh.
I was born in Connecticut, grew up in Hopkinton. They got a town meeting tonight, which I'm gonna try to go to, so if we could wrap this up, that would
oh,
be great.
okay, yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna double header tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. Minutes and approval. We're happy with this one, I think.
I move to accept the minutes from October 28th, 2024.
I second it.
Moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted.
Good.
Bills. I don't think I saw any bills.
They were posted online. They all looked within the same, like the cleaning, the National Grid, it's all the same bills.
They were posted
I
online.
didn't see them.
Yeah,
What?
go look on the, online. I don't know. I was
You
looking
got
at
an
them.
email?
Nope.
No,
No.
she's talking,
Talking on the
I can
internet.
guess where she's saying.
Yeah, the town website. So, if you want to just pull up the town website, I'll show you how to get there.
Yeah, I don't have
The internet.
the internet, no.
It's
Okay.
on the cable one.
No,
I don't have the
you're
password
talking
for the-
about the agenda center.
Yeah, the agenda center has it
Yeah.
all. So if you go in there, there's invoices 2, invoices 3. I think invoices 2 and 3 were very similar. I didn't see any differences in there, but all the bills.
So that's where Bob is posting them.
Yeah, so then everybody, because that's where he's been doing it for months now. So
When-
WB Mason, National Grid, the cleaning people went up like $40 or something.
I wanna get a little clearer about
Is the
where,
activity report there too?
Is the what?
The activity report?
I think you mean the access report?
The access activity report?
Yes, it is up there. Yes.
Oh.
Cable access report. So you guys don't look at the agenda center before a meeting? That is something you definitely want to get in the habit of doing because
Not
that's
even
where
sure where
you're.
it is.
I usually look at it when the notice comes back that my agenda was posted,
Right.
but then there's nothing, I haven't seen anything telling me that there was a change,
Yeah.
which is what,
American Alarm, that's it.
uh,
Okay.
yeah, I wasn't aware of any of that, because nothing came up. Usually it comes up amended actually, I don't know. Come to think of it.
Alright, well, we can always just, since I'm the only one that looked at these, we can pass over these for tonight and put them on till the next meeting because unless, because you don't have access, so you can't look at them right now, you're
I
looking
did
at
have a
them right
chance to
now.
look at it.
Yeah,
I
so
looked at it right now.
we'll pass over that for now. Treasurer's report, that was not posted online, everybody has a physical copy in front of them right
Yep.
now.
Yep.
The way I think we're gonna handle treasurer's report going forward, we're just gonna do one a quarter. The numbers don't move significantly enough to justify every single month.
Yep.
So we're gonna do this report and then we'll do the next one in March. And then just go from there every quarter. So the technically should be December, well,
Every,
the quarter should end in December, right? But it does, so, it's November, we're basically December, so I'm counting this as the December one, even though we're like, it's our starting now point.
so we're gonna have a treasurer's
A quarterly treasurer's
well,
report.
but for March, but is there, do I need to consider, is there another one that needs to go on before like next month?
No, I wouldn't. But if it's simpler, you can keep it as a standing agenda item and we can always just
Okay.
pass over it. That way there's no confusion and it's
All right,
always there.
All right, I'm so easily confused.
Yeah, we don't wanna do that.
Let's see, there were, we're not gonna take any votes on, or we're gonna hold off on, invoices and bills,
Until everybody has a chance to look at it.
yeah. Cause I tried to put stuff up through the front office, and William came back saying that they didn't have the staffing to
So
be able to do it.
Datoma is our staff to do it. He will be posting that,
Who
so
is? Oh,
Datoma.
Bob,
Yeah, so he'll post it, that's why the bills, the extra, all that's posted up there. Going forward, I'll send my treasurer's report, if you send your minutes there, all that will get posted up there. And then it's a great resource to always go back and refer to it, cause we know where it
Yeah,
was,
no.
and,
that's good,
And it's
it's
still a
just the
learning curve for us.
logistics.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Uh,
So then that means nobody saw the access report, again.
did he say anything interesting?
No, the only thing I really noticed was it said that Cable Oversight held their 8/19/24 meeting in here, which we did do, but I think he probably meant to update it to our most recent meeting.
Yeah.
I'll ask him, but other than that, everything else looked pretty standard. Talking about room F modernization,
I read that.
yeah, William Blake, the assistant town administrator, and Bob met via Zoom with the design consultant Joe Patton and Stuart Russell. Discussion centered on Room F's bid documents and the details required to satisfy prevailing wage requirements. And then he just paid the invoices that were submitted, and that concludes the report. So pretty straightforward report.
Yeah.
One thing about the thing where you want to do this quarterly,
Yes.
as you say, so this is presented in November, but it is the
We're gonna call it,
third,
We-
it's the fourth quarter.
She's
we're
gonna,
gonna call it the December one.
I'm gonna leave it on the agenda, each time if I remember, and she's gonna post them when she thinks they should be posted, and we'll look every month online to
Okay.
see what's there.
Because I was thinking, if it's every quarter, November, August, May, and February,
No, she's going by
So
fiscal
like,
quarters.
yeah, January to March, April to
as it usually is.
As it usually is, right, and so this is November, so it's
Right.
not the beginning or the end of any quarter,
It's the middle.
correct, and so it was ready for now, so rather than wait till December to
Oh,
present it
I
to you
see.
guys, I'm presenting to you now, but we're gonna call it Q4.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Do you know, Bob met with us in September,
Yes,
October, November, December. At our December meeting, then would be his quarterly visit with us, wouldn't it?
sure,
And that might tie together with what you're gonna be talking to him about, among other things.
absolutely, yep.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll have more progress on F, and he'll have, maybe an update on G, that would be nice.
About,
G,
oh. But I'm thinking about the publicity,
Program, yep. Yep.
promotion. Okay, I knew this was gonna be short. I didn't think it was gonna be quite that short. Well, actually, I did. We've set the 16th, December 16th is the next meeting. Is that, am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
How about January?
Well, let me see, January, this is planning board. Unfortunately, in inauguration day and MLK Day is probably, well, inauguration day would be all right, but MLK Day, I think, is
It's the same day.
probably precludes it being a meeting. I'm never sure.
I don't have an
Does
issue
the
with it.
does the town have MLK Day off?
I don't have an issue with it.
But we,
I'm gonna go with, let's be,
It's a federal holiday now.
well, if it's a federal holiday, then it'll be a holiday for us, and
Yeah.
you can't hold, they won't let us hold a meeting on.
Yeah,
I know we've discussed potentially moving away from Mondays a couple times. Is that something anybody's still interested? Like if we were to go on a Wednesday that week and January
Well-
22nd.
January 22nd.
We used to hold it on a Saturday morning.
Yes, I know. That comes up every time we talk about moving away from Mondays.
What?
But does anybody
We
have
used
a
to hold it
conflict
a Saturday
on?
morning.
Oh, yes,
I don't know.
and then we, and we should, but we're never
Yeah,
gonna
and we'll
do
go
that.
back to Mondays, but when Mondays are tight, maybe look at a different day that week, you know?
I don't have a problem if anybody else would.
So the 22nd, just for that one, to
Just-
accommodate the
just
holiday?
Let me do a little checking here. I'm the one with the most difficult
Yep.
schedule. Oh, Wednesdays, sometimes when the IT committee meets, if it can, it meets on Wednesdays. Typically, so that's a potential issue, but, let's put it in.
January 22nd? Okay.
And let IT know that one Wednesday. There's like 5 Wednesdays in January. There's like 5 Wednesdays in January.
Yeah, but most months don't have 5, so if you're setting a pattern, you gotta be,
So this would be like the third
January
Wednesday of the month.
22nd, say what?
Would be like the third Wednesday of the month.
We'll, we
Well,
won't
for this one
necessarily,
time, let's see what
we won't
happens.
necessarily, carve that in stone, but,
Right, right.
that's our place that we're starting to, for our thinking. So that's the January 22nd. Okay, all that being said and done, I have one last, agenda item.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Not debatable.
Moved and seconded, not debatable. Although I've been told repeatedly, just in the last week or so, that rules allow the chairman to just say, we're done with all our business, we're out of here.
I've seen that happen, yes.
Yeah. The state does something in between that with the Metropolitan Planning Organization. We have, some people from Beacon Hill, and we have people from around the region. And he does motions and seconds and whatnot. The secretary of whatever it is,
We have
transportation.
a motion on the
officer.
table, just so you know. It
I
sounds
know-
like
I
you're
know that,
debating.
but I'm not
Sounds like it's
debating it.
happening.
I'm not
Sounds like we have
debating it.
discussion.
I know that, and everybody wants out of here.
All
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So voted.
Right.
We done.